Laura's S-Craft Radiant dance was strengthened to become Radiant Waltz. Yeah, now her dance has a name. She's not just dancing, she's waltzing, baby. She keeps that up, she's gonna be doing the Radiant Box Trot, or Foxtrot or whatever, then the Radiant Harlem Shake, and then a few more games from now, she's gonna be busting out the Radiant Boogaloo. I don't know. I don't even know dance names. I'm such a dork. Wow, what an incredible view. It's so beautiful. It's not often I take in a view this spectacular. Wait, dude, you live in Nord. You take in a pretty spectacular view on a regular basis. Say, is that? Whoa, a castle! Ah, that must be Legram's famous landmark. Indeed, that's Legram Castle. During the War of the Lions, it served as the Lance Maiden's stronghold. A saint's castle towering on the shore of a shimmering lake. Just seeing it there in all its majesty makes me want to set brush to canvas. It does seem like a scene tailor-made for painting. I agree, but there will be plenty of time to take in the scenery later. Right now, we need to go pick up our list of field study tasks. Oh, right. Are you the one who prepared our task for us, Klaus? Actually, the assignment of your duties here has been entrusted to a professional. A professional at what? Can you elaborate? Head to the Bracer Guild in the town's central plaza. At the Master's behest, they have taken on the responsibility of preparing all of the tasks for your field study here. The Bracer Guild? There's a branch here in Legram? Indeed, there's been a small branch of the guild in this town for many years. My family has a good relationship with the guild. They've done much for us and the town over the years. Oh, really? Well, whatever. Not like they asked me to do anything. What are you babbling on about? Haha, nothing much. Just thinking out loud. Anyway, looks like we need to pay a visit to the guild. Yeah, I'd like to get through as many of today's tasks as we can. We'll be taking our leave now, class. Of course, please take care, everyone. Oh, the Guild Emblem. I must not have noticed it earlier with all the mist. Strange. The branches in the capital were closed due to political pressure, but this one still seems to be active. The Legram branch continues to operate as it always has. That's why I was rather surprised to find out that the capital's branches were no longer active. Come to think of it, we met a bracer back when we were in Berehard for our field study. But I saw no signs of a guild branch there either. It was closed a year ago. Though, as I understand it, the pressure to close came from the Duke's household, not the Imperial government. Is that so? Well, bracers are an eyesore to most of those well-to-do types. They don't bow to authority. You can't bribe them with Mira. They're all about protecting civilians. Give them any excuse to lean on the bracers to get them out of the picture, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. Milliam, that's kind of... you don't mince words, do you? Choice words coming from an intelligence division operative. Do you think you're not complicit in this? Well, it's less us and more Gramps. He went barging into the branches in the capital himself and started telling them what they could and couldn't do. Wow. That explains the instructor's frosty temperament towards him. Man, you guys sure know how to poke a guy when it hurts, don't you? Oh. Now there's a familiar face. I'm pleased to see you again, Tobal. Oh, you know each other? Nah, we just ran into each other once a couple months ago. Long time no see, Laura. Looks like Sarah's keeping your nose to the grindstone, huh? Wait, so you must be the former associate of our instructor, I take it. Pretty much. I am Tobal Randoner, a bracer with the guild here in the Empire. Good to meet you, ladies and gents of Class 7. Wait a minute. So it wasn't a coincidence that we ran into you in Berehard? Bingo. Sarah told me you were going to be there. She wanted me to keep an eye out for you and step in if you ever got in a real tight spot. But she insisted I play it casual and not give myself away. Man, that part was a lot harder than I thought it'd be. I had no idea. Thank you so much for all of your assistance back then. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to bust Machias out without your help. You may not have directly assisted me, but I suppose you have my thanks nonetheless. You're welcome. Sarah's repaid that debt in full though, so don't worry about it. Interesting. I had no idea that you'd already met some of the members of our class. Incidentally, Tobal, the guild's standing here in Erebonia certainly seems to have shifted over the past 2 years. No doubt. Basically, every branch here in the Empire was shut down after the government started putting pressure on us. Some of us found work in a different field, like Sarah. Others transferred to branches outside the country. But we all agreed to get back together if we can ever resume operations in Erebonia again. Until then, we're just trying to keep a low profile, scraping out a living for ourselves. It sounds like a difficult life. Still, with the guild having to decrease its presence, isn't there more than enough work for the remaining branches? I wish. The railway military police deals with a lot of the stuff we would have handled before. Your little lady's friend, in particular, keeps herself pretty busy. Oh, you mean Claire? Yep, she sure is a hard worker. Although, with all the time she spends on work, it's no wonder she doesn't have a boyfriend. William, I'm not sure you should go around sharing the details of people's private lives without their consent. Well, I find enough work to keep the lights on here anyway. And this branch has the Viscount's approval, so we can display our sign without getting in trouble. So that's how it is. Well, it's nice to hear that the Viscount seems pretty supportive of the guild. He seems to find much of himself in the Bracer's way of life. Self-reliance, pride, a focus on helping others. He's long said that if he were free of other responsibilities, he would join the guild and work as a Bracer himself. Oh my, that seems very... I hardly think a man who owns territory in the Empire could just up and join the Bracers. The Radiant Blade Master himself is a Bracer, huh? In terms of strength and standing, he's probably on par with Cassius Bright. I'll bet he'd make an S rank right on the spot. Okay, so I've never actually finished the original Trails of series because before Trails of Steel, there was a series called Trails in the Sky, I believe. And they make reference to it once or twice in the game, but that's a big one because Cassius Bright was one of the major characters in that game, so that was kind of like a nod to their old game series. You know Cassius Bright? I believe he's currently a brigadier general in the Liberial army, as well as bearer of the title Divine Blade. Huh, guess I should expect no less from a member of the intelligence division. Anyway, that's how the Viscount ended up asking me to sort out some tasks for your field study. Let me give these to you now. I wish for Lady Laura and you, her classmates, to engage in a friendly training bout against students of the Arcade School. When you have prepared sufficiently, please make your way to the training hall, which is down the stairs outside the mansion and to the right. A monster has been spotted roving the Ebel Highway, and he's a biggin. I request that Class 7 deal with this threat as soon as they possibly can. I need someone to replace a lot of orbment lights all along the highway. If you like putting lights into things, you can find me in Watteau's store. Oh, so this is your field set. This is how your field studies go. Generally, yeah. Should we come back tomorrow to pick up our next set of tasks then? Yeah, I've got some more work I could use your help with. They're pretty short-handed here, so we've got a real monster of a backlog building up. I'm counting on you to pave the way to Easy Street for me, okay? Will do. Alright then, let's waste no time getting started. Looks like one of these requests is from the training hall. It seems to be from Klaus. Got a monster extermination request too. We'll have to head out onto the highway for that one. It would be nice if we could cover as many of the townspeople's requests as possible too. This is so cool! Couldn't help but notice that Sarah set you up with a curriculum really similar to the work we bracers do. I guess actual bracer work like the stuff I've been throwing at you must come pretty naturally to you at this point. There's some truth in that for sure. By the way, would you mind if I asked you something? Fire away. I know you gave us a hint back at the bar in Bereahard, but there's also the fact that Instructor Sarah showed up with the perfect timing right when we needed her. Your timing is a little too convenient. Did you come after receiving word from my provincial army? Nope, I actually heard about what was happening from a little earlier from a friend of mine. As soon as the news reached my ears, I shot to my feet and got right in contact with the director here. And he was kind enough to give me a ride on his airship back from the capital. Was that your doing? Well, you see... So essentially things would have worked out for us thanks to his... thanks to his pulling strings behind the scenes. I see that the bracers live up to their reputation. Guess it makes sense why they're not too popular with certain folks. Listen, that was just a one-off, alright? I jumped through some serious hoops to make sure everything worked out, you know? We've been in his debt all this time without even realizing it. Indeed, I'm glad to know we can count on someone, or we can count someone as reliable as him as an ally. I am really... I know I'm bad at talking a lot, or reading, but I'm really bad today. Or not today, but just like in the last 30 minutes or so. I am very sorry. My reading is atrocious right now. There sure are more remnants of animism here than I expected. There's actually a spirit monument, much like this one out on the highway too. One theory is that they exist as signposts to guide the spirits to this land. Because of that, people have regarded them as a means to call forth spirits since the day of antiquity. Huh, fascinating. I can only imagine what it would look like if they were to succeed. Well, it's just a theory. No one really knows what their real purpose is. But they're still pretty important then. And here I was thinking it'd be fun to have Lammy smash them up. I'd really appreciate it if you didn't. Such destructive impulses. So, this is the Eisen statue. It's pretty impressive up close. It's so cool. Saint Sandlot and the Eisenritter are the pride of Legram and have been ever since the War of the Lions. When I look at the statue, I'm always reminded of my personal goal. It's been my lifelong aspiration to be as skilled a warrior as my ancestor and Saint Sandlot were. Wow. Haha, I can see the ambition gleaming in her eyes. It's not surprising, everyone has their heroes after all. I've been eagerly awaiting your arrival. I see you were able to begin your field study without incident. We were, thank you for your help. Incidentally, I noticed it was you yourself who placed this request for us. Indeed I did. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me. My request is merely this. I would like you to engage in a training bout with the students of the Arseed School. Well, that's what it says in the request description. I'm game. It's not often we get a training opportunity like this. But are you sure we'd provide enough of a challenge? Oh, I'm certain of it. By my assessment, you're all more than capable combatants. A swordsman of the famed 8 Leaves, 1 Blade School, an adept in court fencing, even a seasoned spearman. You each seem to handle your weapons with a poise only born of many battles, the young lady included. You can tell all that just by looking at us? But you've never even seen us fight. Be that as it may, he seems to have a pretty good idea of what we can do. It's like he can even tell that Nami's here. Well, I've mentioned all of you before, but in my letters home. Though I expect Klaus could easily have deducted that much nonetheless. He makes a strong case for his position as acting master of the Arcade School at the very least. I'm flattered. All of those training here right now are at the beginner level. I believe you'll be an appropriate match for each other in terms of skill. It sounds like the kind of hands-on lesson even a Thor's education can't buy. Very well, we'd be happy to accept. You have my thanks. If it's alright with you, I'd like to begin right away. Let me know when you're ready. I kinda was down for this until he was like, yeah, all these people are beginners. They're nub sauce, they know 2 basic attacks. You should be a perfect match level for them. Like, I should kick their butt if they're beginners. We're all ready, just give the word. Excellent. Then please take your place on the stage in the center of the hall. Listen up, our opponents are Lady Laura's classmates. They may be young, but don't underestimate them. I know. Hey, I'm not planning to lie down for these guys. I'm not planning on losing either. Ah, no fair, why can't I join in? It would hardly be fair fight if you summoned your doll to battle. As a student of the school, I also have to resist the urge to join in. Being a spectator can still teach us much though. Lame. So, these are our opponents from the Arcade School. Klaus said they're all at the beginner level, but in this school, I'm betting even the beginners are pretty skilled. Indeed, it would be unwise to underestimate their ability. We're gonna need to give this all we've got, for us and for them. We can do this. We have variety on our side. And Arcus Link battle unit things, like we also have Arcus Link and magic. So I'm pretty sure we're gonna win. Is everyone ready? Then begin. Kinda seems unfair actually. Thus our training bout with the students of the Arcade School started with a bang. They were as skilled as we suspected, but we were forced to play to our strengths, relying on the team tactics we'd honed by fighting together. Finally, after a long and hard-fought battle, we emerged victorious. I don't actually get to fight? What? The battle has been decided. That's so lame. We did it. Is Rain is like surprised every time he wins. I feel like Rain must think he's never going to win a fight when he goes into battle. Barely scraped out a victory there. Ah man, we lost. How shameful. Seems like we still have a long way to go after all. Yeah, we're going to have to turn our training up a few notches and get some Arcus battle units and some magic. Thanks for coming out and giving us a good fight. The battle made for some excellent training. You can say that again. I know I learned where I could stand to brush up. Your skill in battle was befitting of the reputation of the Arcade School. He's right, you all fought wonderfully. It was an excellent battle. I see you've all been diligent in your training while I've been away. Boo. But now, Milliam. I want to fight too. Oh my. Milliam, don't do... Whoa. What the hell is that? A silver doll? Milliam? Honestly, are you incapable of sitting quiet for just 5 minutes? But just sitting here watching you guys is so boring. I'm ready to jump in. Come on, you don't just want to sit on the sidelines either, right, Laura? Well, I don't suppose I can deny that. You too, huh? This does present a bit of a problem. I think having Guild take the field might give us too much of an unfair advantage. Oh, well, if that's the case, allow me to serve as your opponent instead. Huh? Master Klaus? I may not be the young man I once was, but I'm still the acting master and caretaker of the school. For his lordship in his absence, I believe you'll find me a worthy opponent, even for that silver puppet. Whoa. Wow. His stance leaves almost no openings. I can see that acting master isn't simply an honorary title. I see, but if Klaus is going to join the battle, I would like to as well. Laura? Lady Laura. I have been defeated by Klaus on many more occasions than I'd like to count. I'd enjoy the opportunity to show him how much I've improved. As you wish then. Show me all you've learned during your time at the Academy. Oh, this is getting exciting! Well, this seems to have escalated rather quickly. I suppose not everyone has the patience to sit on the sidelines, especially when they're itching for a good fight. Good grief, what do you think we ought to do? I don't think there's anything we can do. Master Reem, I would greatly enjoy the chance to cross blades with the skilled swordsman of the 8 Leaves 1 Blade School. Would you be willing to participate as well? Of course, I'd be glad to accept. Good, good. How about you choose one more of your classmates to round out your team? You'll all be facing me, and if you're able to defeat me, you will have completed my request. In that case, I guess I take the healer. How about it, Emma? I'd be happy to. Then let us begin. But please, don't hold back on account of my age. I doubt you'll even give us the opportunity to do so. No doubt, I can feel his power already, and he hasn't even made a move yet. We're going to need to come at him with everything we've got, even more than the last fight. I wasn't planning on holding back anyway. Alright then, begin.
Come! Show me what you can do! Here we go!
So, the first time I played this, I didn't like Millium.
My turn.
And I couldn't pinpoint why, really. Oh, I just realized they're not linked. That's great. Like I didn't have like an inclination to what it was that I didn't like.
Are you alright?
Thanks.
But this time, now that I'm playing it a second time, and I know I don't like her,
My turn.
I can tell part of what I don't like about her is that every other character in this game,
Right.
My turn. Now's our chance.
I can do this.
My turn.
Right. Off guard.
okay, sorry.
Now.
Every other character in this game, I think,
Go!
is
Arcus, activate. Ha!
to not entirely, but to a large extent,
Of course.
designed around their own personal skill, right? They're, you
Here we
know,
go.
Laura's a swords master, Raina's a swordsman, Eustace is a swordsman, Emma and Elliot are not fighting masters, but they are good with their, you know, they use their rods and they have their own skills. And to be honest, they don't like fighting as much. And just basically all the characters are self-reliant. That's the word. Like they're self-reliant on their own skills, their own abilities.
Of course.
With the exception being
Hi.
now
Here I go.
Million, who doesn't actually even fight for herself. She uses Erigetlum. So, in truth, she's not only not...
Oh, Moon, shield us from harm.
She not only is not
Present them.
self-reliant, but she also has no
Right.
personal skill whatsoever. She doesn't fight, she just points at something and Lammy smashes it. And
Yes, sir.
what makes that worse is that while she should be
course.
the most humble character of all, because of that fact, you know, oh, all of you guys are actual swordsmen, and I'm a nobody McNobody. She is, in fact, the least humble, and on top of it, everybody acts like
It's my turn.
Armageddon. Everybody acts like Lammy is like this super awesome, unstoppable, victory promising thingamajig, and the truth is
Arcus, activate.
that
Of course.
really he just kind of sucks. I don't like using him at all. He's not a good
Arcus, activate.
he's just not that great of a
You have my
asset.
thanks.
So
Now.
Thanks.
everything written for her contradicts everyone else and makes her feel like a worse character in general to me.
Go.
I understand she's a 13-year-old girl, and as such, she she's written like a 13-year-old girl. Like, I get all that. You know, she's
Of
got
course.
no patience, she's overzealous,
Yes,
she gets easily excited. Like, all that makes sense, but
Fool.
I hate that
My turn.
Lammy is the entire
It's my
reason
turn.
that she's quote-unquote strong, and she's not even strong.
Right.
Like, if Lammy was so strong that I actually wanted to use him in combat, like, if he brought something to the table that was so powerful that I was like, oh crap, man, I gotta have this. Like,
Here I go.
then that would be one thing, but he's so weak, he misses almost all the time.
Arcus, activate.
My turn.
He really brings nothing special to the table at all,
For you.
to the point where I use her as a healer most of the time.
It's my turn.
So I don't remember
My turn.
whether or not she gets a
Here we go.
character growth moment in this game
My turn.
where they're like, see, look, she missed again. She just misses all the time. She's so
I
useless.
can do this. Arcus, activate. Right.
I really don't remember whether or not she gets a moment in this game where
Yeah.
she grows up some and is like, oh wow, you know what, I kind of suck,
Here we go.
and I need to, like, learn to behave.
Right. Hey.
My turn.
Missed again. He is so useless. Why does anybody think he's strong? Like, why are they writing him as, like, this super powerful thing? He's such a piece of crap. Anyway. Alright, I'm done. I'm done. I'm over it.
My turn. Huh?
My turn.
I really hate her. The only time you'll ever see me use her is when I have to. Like this. And then I don't like using her. She really is the worst character in this game. She's written well for being a 13-year-old girl. And she's cute and stuff, but has an actual, like, heroic character.
This old dog still knows a few tricks.
Right back up.
Has, like, a heroic character. She falls flat on her face. She's very not great.
course.
My turn. All right, let's do this.
Understood. Of course.
Yeah. Now.
Thanks. My turn. My turn. Go!
Here I go.
In my mindset, the worst character in the game is her, and then the second worst is probably Emma, so this fight sucks. And there's no... It's not that Emma is a terrible character, it's that when you put Emma versus Elliot, yeah, Elliot's such a much better magician, caster, healer, anything. So... But yeah, it's... Anyway, I'm done. I said my piece about Million.
Yeah.
You have my thanks.
My turn. Go!
I think if they just didn't make her so, like, where everyone is like, oh, Lammy's so strong and amazing.
My turn.
It's my turn.
Because
My turn.
Lammy kind of sucks.
Here goes. That's for you.
Thank you very much.
My turn.
Right.
It's my turn.
Go!
Just as I hoped.
That's the power of the 8 leaves.
Maybe what I need to do is... I didn't try this on my first playthrough. Maybe what I need to do is just change all of Milliam's ornament to being a healer. And because her thing where it like gives her HP is supposed to make her like a tank so that she's up in the front line, but it could work just as well as a healer that just she survives everything. That wouldn't be a horrible idea.
Great!
I did it.
We stand victorious. Wow. Did they seriously defeat Master Klaus? I should have expected no less. It's been quite some time since I was last bested in combat. Dude, it was a 4-on-1. That wasn't even fair for you. He doesn't even seem all that tired. I guess that's the acting master of the Arcade School for you. Gracious me, what a thrilling battle. And your silver puppet was more challenging an opponent than I had anticipated, young lady. This is exactly what I was just talking about. Her puppet did not. I think I hit him one time and I tried like 6 times and I missed all the time. Her puppet sucks and I'm tired of everybody acting like her puppet's so awesome. It's so great. Too bad I hate that puppet. Well, there aren't many people out there who can handle Lammy's swings as well as you did. And the Radiant Blade Master is supposed to be on a whole different level. It sure is a big world out there. Well, that's true enough. Incidentally, Master Ring. Yes? It was an honor to see the skills of a practitioner of the 8 Leaves 1 style firsthand. However, I couldn't help but sense you holding something back, a wavering of your clear intent, if just for a moment. Holding something back? I thought so. I apologize if I said something impertinent. You needn't pay any mind to the ramblings of a foolish old man. No, I appreciate your saying so. I'll take it to heart. Huh, I don't get it. But anyway, I guess that means we've got this request all wrapped up, right? Certainly, thanks to your assistance, this was a most fulfilling training session for everyone. Just being able to watch was such an amazing fight, got me all fired up. We're immensely grateful for all you've done for us. Not at all, it was an honor. Then, when we meet again, I'd enjoy the opportunity to have a training bout with you all myself. It would be our pleasure. We'll be sure to train to the fullest extent of our abilities in the meantime. You won't be disappointed. It's only been a few short months, but your growth has been considerable. I'm certain you have your fellow classmates at the academy to thank for that. When I see how well you fight together, I'm filled with the deepest of admiration. I agree. I think they're the reason I've been able to grow like I have. Even taking on this request has helped teach and strengthen me as well. Laura, the day will eventually come when you'll be able to best me in single combat, sooner than you think at that. And you can be sure I'll continue devoting myself to my training, pursuing that goal. I'm very much looking forward to it. I wish you all the best of luck with your field study here in Legram. May it be a rewarding and fulfilling experience. As butler to the Arcade household, I'll be praying for his success. Thank you very much.